Snowcloak.
The hidden lair of the Lady Iceheart and the rebel group known only as the Heretics, with natural fortifications in the form of snowdrifts, icy winds, and a menagerie of beasts to protect them. It is the perfect place for a clandestine group to operate out of, striking hard and then disappearing behind the ice wall that gives this place its name. Perfect, that is, until the Warrior of Light was sent to investigate.
Hi, I'm Tyler, Final Fantasy XIV player and amateur bartender, and I've made it my mission to craft a cocktail for every dungeon in the game, and today we're doing Snowcloak. Welcome to a cocktail reborn. Let's get started.
And then there was Snowcloak. Never was a dungeon more magnificent. From the humblest trash mobs to the highest ice walls, she fairly gleamed. Not that you would remember any of this since the duty support changes. I adore Snowcloak. More so before the changes, but it's still a damn good dungeon. As a native of a Rocky Mountain state, I'm not usually impressed by snowscapes in games, but there's just something about the giant drifts of snow in this place that fills me with awe. To say nothing of the music, which is probably the most unique dungeon music in the game. Rather than being some high-energy call to adventure, it's peaceful, tranquil, setting a mood that would be downright cozy if not for the hordes of mobs attacking you at every turn. The inspiration for this dungeon was less to do with the individual parts and more to do with the overall feeling you get from the dungeon. I was able to draw some inspiration from the more enigmatic residents of this place. Let's craft! For the base spirit, I wanted something crisp and clean that evoked winter, and the strong juniper berry flavor of London Dry Gin seemed the clear choice. Next, I wanted something to represent the ice column, as well as the glacier itself. Something sweet, but tart, that wouldn't muddy the presentation of the drink. And so my first thought was curacao, but then I thought, if I'm going winter-themed, I might as well go all out and do blue curacao. For that cute little fuzzy boy, the Yeti, I wanted something that would help to balance the stronger flavors with something sweet. So, simple syrup it is. To represent the great wolf Fenrir and the heretics lurking around every corner, I wanted something that would maintain a strong presence in the cocktail without overpowering everything else. And for that, I went with absinthe. The anise flavor in absinthe can be a bit of a bully, but applied correctly will help enhance this drink. Finally, to bring everything into balance, I'll be using lemon juice. This is, appropriately, a blended ice drink, so get out your favorite blender. We'll start by adding 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice to our blender. I like this little blender because it's just big enough to make one drink, plus it's rechargeable, so I don't have to use a wall outlet while I'm mixing. Next, we'll add 1/4 of an ounce of absinthe. If you have a particular sensitivity to the taste of anise, you might want to either just do a spritz or a bar spoon. After that, we'll add 1/2 ounce of the blue curacao, 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, and 2 ounces of gin. I find I get the best texture in my blended drinks with pebble ice. Add about 10 ounces and blend until smooth. Pour into a Margarita glass and garnish with a lemon wheel and a mint leaf. These don't really represent anything in the drink, but they present a nice visual contrast to the blue of the drink. And here we have Snowcloak. Let's give it a taste.
To skip ahead to a world where you can watch the rest of the video. Hear me then. Not as a viewer, but as simply you. As I learned from my YouTube analytics, you are a formidable foe. Stronger than any I have faced. Against you, I need bring my content to bear. I need burn the candle of my mixology. This is the sole pleasure I know, and it is the sole pleasure I have to share. And so I come before you to issue a Patreon and offer singular bliss. If you wish to skip ahead, I will not stop you. You value content. You do not burn your time, save for that you deem worthy. Early access and exclusive videos, the content of a patron true. But there is more to you than that. You know this to be true. Just as you know the thrill of pushing your bar and budget to their limits, of confronting ever mightier bottles, dancing ever closer to the precipice, wondering if this will be the one to finally fill the void. Such spirits you seek for their own sake and no other reason. Is this not so, patron? Sign up for as little as $5 a month for exclusive content every month. Link in the description. Cheers. Oh, that's cozy. So, even with only 1/4 ounce, the absinthe is probably the most dominant flavor. But it doesn't overpower. You get the orange. In fact, the combination of the absinthe and the curacao almost makes it taste like those licorice taffies that looked like jack-o'-lanterns you could get when you were a kid. I'm showing my age here. Yeah, my great-grandma always gave us some at Halloween. Oh, that is nice. That is cozy. Oh, that's nice. So you, at the very end is when you get the botanicals for the gin. It's just sweet enough. It isn't super sweet. It isn't undersweetened. I think I hit it just right with the simple syrup. Yeah, the word that keeps coming to mind every time I take a sip is cozy. This is a cozy, cozy drink. Slush is starting to build up in the middle. Yeah, the more I drink it, the less I taste the absinthe, and the more everything else comes forward. It's a pretty simple drink, only 5 ingredients, but they all work very well together to create something very pleasant. If you have a sensitivity to absinthe, if you tend to taste that licorice flavor over anything else, you might want to just do like a bar spoon. If I made this again, I would probably do that. But as is, I still really like it. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. And that is Snowcloak. Sound off in the comments below if you decide to make this drink. I made this to my personal taste, so your mileage may vary. Please like, share, and subscribe if you liked the video. It really helps out the channel. And check out the Patreon. You can sign up for as little as $5 a month. And stay tuned for the next one, which will be Sastasha Hard. And until then, hear, feel, drink. Cheers.
Thanks for watching, and a big thank you to all of my patrons whose names are scrolling across the screen right now. You can sign up for as little as $5 a month in the description below. And a big thank you to my Alliance level patrons, KLG Chaos, Mal the Pal, Shy, and John Egbert's Gaming Club. See you next time.